Good afternoon and welcome. When I returned to Greece from the US and Canada 30 years ago, and I was talking to people saying that I'm in robotics, people would look at me like I was talking science fiction. Not anymore. I'm Evangelos Papadopoulos. I'm professor at NTUA and member of the NTUA, of the HERON team. And today we will discuss the interesting topic, robotics in Greece, with an excellent panel of people who include, just a moment. First, Professor Doulgeri, a professor with the Aristotle University of Thessaloniki and the director of the Automation and Robotics Lab, working on collaborative robotics in industry, robotic harvesting in agriculture, robotic surgery, and physical assistance. Then we have Michael Dritsas, a mechanical engineer from NTUA, but then he switched to economics and to management and has an MBA. In 2023, he was the first CEO of Elevate Greece, and currently he's a policy officer at the Ministry of Economy and Finance and the co-author of the book Startups from A to Exit. Then we have Dr. Konstantinos Konstantinidis, who is the Scientific Medical Director and the Chairman of General Oncologic, Laparoscopic and Robotic Surgery with the Athens Medical Center, and the Professor of Clinical Surgery, European University of Cyprus. We also have Dr. Evangelos Theodorou, a mechanical and electrical engineer by training, NTUA, with a PhD from the University of Cambridge, and most importantly, the founder and president of Theodorou Group with robotics and automation activities in 12 countries. And then we have Kimon Valavanis, Professor Kimon Valavanis, with the University of Denver, USA. He is the John Evans Professor, Director of the Unmanned Systems Research Institute, and he has 35 plus years in academia with research focus in robotics, intelligent systems, and autonomy. We are missing Evangelos Gizelis, who had a flat tire on the national road, and with an electric car, you know, there are no spares. So we miss him. We hope in the future we'll have him with us. So let's move on. The format is the following. We have 3 questions which will be discussed by all panelists, and that takes about 3 minutes. And then we have questions to each one of them, 2 questions, say, to each one of them. And then we can, if time goes as expected, we'll accept questions from the audience, from you. So with this, let's start with the first question, which is, please tell us a few things about your relationship with robotics. When and how did you become involved? And let's start with Professor Doulgeri.
Thank you very much. Well, I did my PhD at Imperial College on the control of manufacturing systems. And then I started my career at the Aristotle University with a job position that the full title of it was Robotics and Control of Manufacturing Systems. And as I was working, I got more and more fascinated with the robotics part of my job, and particularly with collaborative robotics, which is the focus of my research the last 15 years. Well, a collaborative robot, a cobot, is a robot that we can touch and it can sense it. And it's a robot that can be a valuable co-worker, a reliable assistant, rapid learner in apprentice, or even a smart tool that can help you do your job better. So, as you can realize, my involvement with robotics has been, and my relationship with it has been a very passionate one, particularly with the use of robots together with humans. You cannot anymore be separated by the robot, and the robot is not some machine that is going to replace you necessarily. So this is the human aspect of it that really fascinated me, and that is why I'm working on collaborative robotics.
Well, robotics is also related to innovation, so we'll have to see it in a more general scope, so then, Mr. Dritsas, you can.
First of all, thank you very much for the kind invitation. I studied at the university in Athens, mechanical engineering, so I was taught robotics, but actually I didn't apply it in my daily job. For the past 15 years, I worked at the Ministry of Development and now the Ministry of Economy and Finance, and we're dealing with policy making. So in this context, I was involved in HERON's project, among many other projects. Everything started back in 2020 when the European Union gave us the opportunity to utilize money from the RRF, the Recovery and Resilience Fund. And among these projects that were submitted to the ministry was yours. And it was a very good opportunity to advance Greece in this area, in robotics. And we're very glad that it is among the first institutions that was established under this financial tool. And then we had the opportunity to cooperate in the proposal that you submitted. We gathered a lot of data. Mr. Gogolidis also helped us from the General Secretariat of Research and Innovation. And we coupling all these data together, we were in a position to give you the right data to compile a good proposal.
Yeah, I must say that Mr. Dritsas helped a lot during the early phases of the project with data, but also with moral support, which is important too. Okay, Dr. Konstantinidis.
Thank you for the invitation. It's a great honor for me to be here. I am a general surgeon. I was trained and practiced surgery in the United States, Ohio State University, at the beginning of laparoscopic era when we started using laparoscopic surgery, which was a new way of doing surgery back in late 80s. I introduced laparoscopic surgery in Greece in 91. And we went through all the evolution of the applications of laparoscopic surgery, which means we see the inside of the abdomen or the thorax, whether it is thoracoscopic, with a camera, and then we looking at the monitor, we do surgery. And in 2000, FDA approved the first robotic system called Da Vinci, and I have been a user of Da Vinci surgery, of Da Vinci technology, since then, after I was trained in the States, started in Greece in 2006. That was a big evolution for Greece, for me, and for my patients. What happened since then, we went through all the applications of this exciting airspace technology in the human body, mainly in the abdominal organs. Me as a general surgeon, including almost everything from the GI tract, stomach, colon, small bowel, pancreas, liver, gallbladder, you name it, and abdominal wall hernias and so forth, gastroesophageal reflex, hiatal hernia, a lot of procedures that were difficult doing them open. It became easier after good training laparoscopically because of the way we were able to see. And then the difficult went easy, which means the dangerous was less dangerous if we were doing surgery with robotic systems because of the way we see, the magnification, we have energy in both hands. Everybody sees the same thing, so several eyes are looking at the same thing. That is being, the same procedure is being in evolution during surgery, including the anesthesiologist who participates because he sees everything what I do. And now I just finished my presidency year in the International Society of Robotic Surgery called CRSA, And we had a big meeting, international meeting in Rome, Italy, just a couple months ago about robotic surgery. To me, the evolution that was really of a great importance in Greece, in Athens Medical Center where I work at, was the application of robotic single-site surgery, which means rather than using multiple ports, we used one only port just under the navel. And we were able to do, for the first time in the world, using Davids's system, that was my idea, though they did the patent, robotic single-site surgery, which is now the evolution of the robotic surgery, and it goes very fast.
Very well, and I know that patients also go back to their
Very
home
quickly, the next day usually, but we are able to operate on older people, on sick people, and they don't need to go to the intensive care unit. We have limited the complications of the abdominal wall incision and a lot of other things. If we have time later on, I can tell you more. I'm very excited about that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Theodorou?
I created Theodorou Automation, a company which was designed to offer automation solutions to the Greek manufacturing industry, mainly packaging, but also manufacturing more. At the time, talking about automation, early 90s, it was science fiction. But soon we proved that we can offer to the Greek industry some interesting solutions. Now, some 15 years ago, we were offered the opportunity to buy a Greek company again called Xenon, and Xenon was a pioneer in the field of robotics. Now, it was a kind of a big bite for us. We had to squeeze our pockets, to buy them. But this proved a rather wise decision because the combination of our existing technology in automation plus the Xenon technology in robotics can offer big advantages. For example, automation is mainly in the industry kind of isolated parts of automation. It's not a general thing. Robotics, however, tends to be more across the board of production. So if you have these two technologies, you can become what we call systems integrator, offering real integrated solutions. Now, the big challenge that we had with Xenon was that at the time, the big question is, can we create not just a company, a technology company, but a company which can be viable? Most of the companies in robotics, even today, they struggle. There are reasons for that. So most of our efforts, apart from technology, was to create a company which is reasonably profitable in order to be able to be more active in research, be more active in recruiting more people, and being viable, because if you supply a robotic system or whatever, it's expected to last more than 10 years. So the integrator should be around in order to be able to support this type of systems. And I believe that we have done well so far on that area. So this was, however, I would never believe that after 15 years or whatever, I will be participating in such an event, and there will be in Greece an institution that will be focused on robotics. That was not even a dream at the time. Thank you.
Thank you.